What's up, me? Sober Sunday 4. Just me and you again, man. I know there's like two other people, maybe three or four. It's fine. Got a little carried away with that little bit of attention. You know, we all like a little bit of attention, but this is always supposed to be by me and for me, for my sobriety, because that's what comes first. You know, through God, through wisdom, through experience, and through creating rituals like making this video for me so I can have a record and just something to look forward to. So it's all good, you know. We all love a little bit of attention, man. I appreciate the attention I got. It's all good. It really is. So woke up at 7 with the help of the alarm, of course, and hung out, cooked breakfast. You know, today, last Sunday, I said, Sundays will be my burnout protection days where I don't go on walks and I don't go to AA meetings. And that was the plan. Hung around till I went to church. Second time in a row, second time I've ever gone to church just for its own sake, just for me. So it was good. I guess the topic was the purpose of going to church, or the structure of it, like service, liturgy. I've heard the word before, but I never knew what it meant or anything. It was good. It was good, it was fun. It's cool to be around all these people that I don't know any of them, but one thing in particular that stands out to me is all the kids, like all the children, because usually my jobs, I'm working at a gas station or at a restaurant, and I'll see kids sparingly, especially if I'm working in the afternoon to the evening. You don't see them too much, or even in the morning either. This is just not really the place, but especially compared to just going to church, there's a bunch of these little kids running around. I'm not used to seeing so many kids, and it's almost like just seeing them reminds me of that feeling of being a kid more so than, just seeing a couple kids here and there while I'm at work. I'm not used to being around children, like elementary school age kids, there are these two boys, they were just talking silently to each other the whole time, being real quiet. It just reminded me of being a kid and making sure they're being quiet, because if they're loud they're gonna get in trouble with their parents, and just remembering the authority of your parents when you're freaking 9 years old, just your parents are this monolithic institution almost, and I haven't thought about shit like that in a while, so I was this is probably psychologically healthy for me just to be in the presence of these kids. I know that sounds bad. Don't say that on Twitter. Do not say that on Twitter, bro. They will call the FBI. They will tag the FBI's Twitter account and all this crazy stuff. But yeah, it's almost a good thing to be around these kids and just see them being themselves. It was cool, man. So that was positive. And it was funny. We did communion. Yeah, I've never done communion before. Or I have once when I was in 7th grade or some bullshit, right? But basically I've never done it before. And he's explaining it's communion, so if you're here by yourself, or talking to the family, it's hey, if you see someone by themselves, invite them into the group. And so even though I heard him say that, I was still in my mind that I pick up the little thing and the little drink and I just eat it right then and there. And I picked it up, and then one of the guys was trying to invite me. He's hey, you can come over here with us. I had to pee really bad because they had coffee there. I hadn't drank coffee in forever, over a year. So I had to pee really bad. And I was and I already had the stuff in my hand, and I just totally forgot. I was I just gotta pee though. I'll be right back. So I ate it and drank it and went to pee, right? And when I come back, I walk in and everyone in the group's doing it together, and I was just yeah, dude. It was that big of a deal. It was kind of funny, and I told him, he's I'm sorry, man. I don't know what I'm doing, man. He's yeah, we're trying to get you over there. I was right, the communion, he explained literally. That was the whole point of it, but it was cool. So I come back, watched Cowboys play the Giants for free, just for a little bit, man, and it's kind of cool. There was a drive with the Dallas Cowboys. I put my phone and rested it up against my dad's urn because he's a lifetime Cowboys fan, and they actually scored on that drive. And then they proceeded to get their asses kicked really bad. And I stopped watching the game because I'm not a football guy. I was trying to be like a football guy to like try to build something with my brother Jeff, but like I just don't think I can do it. And like, man, I'm just like real skeptical. Like I still have these paranoid feelings, man. Like it's really good that I'm sober, because I know for sure if I got drunk on vodka, like I already have these things already floating in my brain to feel paranoid about. And when I'm sober, it's like, don't mention it. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Don't mention it. Don't give that away. Don't give him that. Don't, because it doesn't help me and it doesn't help him. So if I get all drunk, I just put all my cards on the table. Like, oh, you this, that, and the other. Like, he's made a couple of comments about our dad. Like he's holding back some kind of resentments. And then my brother Eric tells me that him and Jeff talk to each other on the phone like almost every other day. But then like I hardly ever talk to him. And then it's like, well, I wonder what they're talking about. Like, and it's like, well, if he's got all these resentments about our dad, like, what's to say he doesn't have these about me? So I guarantee if I was drunk as fuck, I'd send him like 30 texts in a row. You hate me. You think you're better than me. You hate dad. Blah, 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 blah. You did this, and you have the gall to say that. Like all this bullshit, man. Like, I ain't even... Fuck that, man. Fuck that, dude. Like, I'm done, dude. I'm so over it, man. And, it's good to talk about this shit. Every time I got sober in the past, I wasn't making YouTube videos, talking for 15 minutes. Like, I know it's not putting a pen to a paper like I did when I was in rehab jail, but I like this better, honestly. I think it's more effective. It feels more effective. So, it was supposed to be burnout protection day, but I just got really bored, so I was like, I'm just gonna go for a walk without the gallon jugs, see how easy it is. And I actually finally remembered to download an app that tracks like how far I'm walking, like what the distance is. So I walked the route I've been walking, and it took me an hour and 3 minutes, and it's 3 miles exactly, which is crazy. This was 2.99, so I've been walking exactly 3 miles 3 times a day, so 9 miles a day. So from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's 6 times 9. It's freaking 40. Wait, 45. Am I tripping? 54, man. I can't even do math anymore. I'm 40 years old. I can't say what 6 times 9 is. Fucking 54 miles. And then 57 if you include the day. And then 60 miles because I'm going to go do another walk after this because I'm just bored, man. And without the gallon jugs, it's so easy, you could almost consider it still being a day off. Man, I wish my head was lower. I got the shit propped up. I don't know what's going on here. I changed my chair out. I hate being like, oh, hey guys, how's it? You know what though? This is what I look like when I brush my teeth because I'm so tall that the damn mirror's not tall enough. So if I stand up straight and brush my teeth, this is literally what it looks like in the fucking mirror, man. Good times being tall, man. There's a girl from my AA group who found my Facebook. I mean, I guess it wasn't too hard. She knows my first name. She definitely doesn't know my last name, but I guess there's not that many Joes around town, or maybe she just really looked. But we've been messaging all day. Well, not all day, but off and on for the day. And because I mentioned yesterday in the meeting that I that one of the reasons why I'm at the meetings is because I don't have any friends really. And so she sent me a DM after I accepted her friend request. She was like, well, now you can't say you don't have any friends. And we're just talking about stuff. And it was cool. See how that goes, It's all good to have someone talk to and all this stuff. Obviously the fact she's a female introduces stuff, and that's all right. It's whatever. It's all good. My brother Eric paid for my cell phone bill today, so I'm extremely grateful for that. So even while I'm harboring these paranoid potential delusions about my brothers. Jeff paid my rent yesterday, $900, and Eric paid my phone today, $50. I mean, of course, they're gonna be reimbursed when the house sells and everything, but they still did it. I have to accept that. It's a lot easier to accept when I'm not fucking Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde off that vodka. It's a lot easier to just be rational and not overreact, man. It's just like, so it's almost like good to have these situations going with my brother, just with my brothers, just so I can remind myself, how would I act right now if I was on the vodka? What terrible bullshit would I be harassing them with? So that's cool. So I went on the walk, and it was fun to like be able to measure the thing. I finished the David Goggins Can't Hurt Me audio book. Now I'm moving on to a book that another friend of mine in real life recommended to me. I'm also listening to other stuff, listening to stand up, listening to true crime, whatever. Like I'm not just gonna burn out fast on this, motivation, kind of stuff. Like trying to just take it easy. I'm still a third tradition alcoholic. I'm not rushing. I'm definitely not worried about a sponsor at all. I'm good. The first 3 steps are intrinsic to who I am anyway, like at all times. Like that's been internalized since, I started coming to the rooms in the beginning in 2014. That's not a problem. Like I absolutely believe in God. There's no I understand the whole concept of handing things over to God and understanding that my life is unmanageable. Like that's like literally a fucking given. Like that, no effort. 4th step I'm a little skeptical about. I think the only way I could do a real 4th step is if I was with like a licensed counselor who is legally obligated to not fucking repeat anything I say, and like as opposed to like finding a sponsor. Like, because first of all, I'm not gonna let anyone sponsor me if they share every single meeting they go to. If you share every single meeting you attend, I don't want you to be my sponsor. I need someone who can tolerate silence. Like I shared a little bit yesterday, and I think I shared a little bit the day before. I think I shared like 3 days in a row. So today I was like, hell no, I don't care what the fucking topic is. And the topic was the 2nd step. It's like super easy. I could talk about how I went to church. I could have talked about all this shit. I was like, nope, not a chance. I'm just here to listen. I get empowerment from that, to like be able to say I'm just here to listen. And I'm not saying it because I don't care or because I have a court slip that needs to be signed. And like I'm saying it as a conscious decision to not be needing to talk all the time. Especially when I know I got my little YouTube video I'm gonna make later. At least I'm not bothering anybody else, man. Like I'm practicing silence in these rooms. And I'm not gonna not share all the time. When I was in Austin, there was this guy, he had 8 years of sobriety, he never shared. I used to fucking try to bully him or make jokes about him never sharing. But if you come after the meeting and he talked to you after the meeting, dude, like his opinion mattered to me big time because he never shared. So it's like that mystique of like, man, that guy never talks, dude. He must. I'll never forget. He said like anyone who's done long-term prison time, everyone's been butt raped and they just don't want to admit it. And of course, the obvious question in my mind was like, so you too, right? Which I'm sure he would have like been like, yeah, me too. But like, I didn't really like want to like ask the obvious question. But a fantastic meeting. It's all good. No complaints. Everyone was sharing good, man. There was one chick, oh my God, she's like super fine. And it's like really stands out in this group that I'm in because I'm 40 and almost everyone in there is older than me. And man, oh boy, so when she shares, I'm like, oh yeah. And I finally have an excuse to be able to look at her because she's sharing, like, oh, what? Man, wow, what a share. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, at least I'm being honest about it, you know what I'm saying? There's no way she's single, she's way too hot. All right, 15 minutes. I'll talk to me later.